With the Marvel Cinematic Universe pushing out more fourth-phase TV content on its streaming service Disney, more limelight has been given to many of the characters that have featured less prominently before, while also introducing some newer and pretty compelling ones in the process. In WandaVision, we got to enjoy the MCU debuts of Monica Rambeau, Tiona Paris, and Agatha Harkness Catherine Hahn, while Loki introduced us to new favorites: Sylvie Laufey-Otter, Sophia Di Martino, and Mobius Owen Wilson. Image, Marvel Studios. And like all of the above, Hawkeye attempts to achieve the same effect while still keeping eyes trained on the titular character we've come to know on love, but yet to be given the center stage in any of the MCU's past cinematic or direct-to-stream outings. For the 2021 Christmas season, Jeremy Renner reprises the role of Clint Barton aka Hawkeye, and we'll see him come into an eventful acquaintance with Haley Steinfeld's Kate Bishop, with the premise of the first season centered around numerous subplots and themes, most of them more grounded than what can be expected off an MCU series. Image, Marvel Studios. There are run-ins with Kazi's, played by free mercenary clowns, the re-emergence of Black Widow's Yelena Belova, Florence Pugh, the addition of characters such as Echo, Alaqua Cox, as well as the tried-and-true family themes that have worked so well for many a Christmas season show in the past. Having snuck a peek at the first 2 episodes of the show, it's immediately apparent that the writers have stuck to the intended Disney formula of releasing only as much information as necessary, without dragging things out, with the pilot allowing plenty of time for Steinfeld's Kate Bishop to become familiar and likable before her first meeting with an emotionally challenged Hawkeye. Image, Marvel Studios. Renner's portrayal of the character over the 2 debut episodes is enough to convince you of a character with plenty on his mind: the death of his close friend Natalia Romanoff, the desire to be closer to his family, especially during Christmas, his fame as a supporting cast of The Avengers, and his infamous stint as the vigilante Ronin, around which plenty of the first 2 episodes plot surrounds. Image, Marvel Studios. Then there's Steinfeld's performance as the upstart Bishop, which, like most of her other on-screen appearances, is instantly familiar yet comforting to have. There are all the hallmarks of an archetypical headstrong female lead. She's stubborn, determined, resourceful, witty, quick on her feet, and with a strong moral compass. All things you've seen before, but not in a way that's tiresome or too forced upon the audience. Pairing the 2 main characters together is where the fun really starts, and seeing a mentor-mentee relationship between both characters start to blossom is quite a telling of a fun time for the remainder of the series. While it's still a bit too early to tell, it's quite evident that putting Steinfeld in the role of Kate Bishop was nothing short of clever casting, with the chemistry between her and Renner feeling like the perfect comic book fit and not at all cringe-worthy as we've seen in a number of other instances. Image, Marvel Studios. Everything else in the mix also comes out as pretty much enjoyable. Every side character is entertaining and endearing, even some of the baddies. There's marathon enough action to keep the heart pumping. There's an adorable golden retriever to fill the role of the fan-favorite Furkid. The pacing is great, given the amount of time allowed for character and plot building, and there's a palpable New York Christmas spirit all round, like the kind you'd find in late 90s or early 2000s year-end seasonal flicks. Image, Marvel Studios. If the first 2 episodes are anything to go by, Hawkeye will probably look to become another winner in a growing list of Disney MCU titles, and one that you'll probably not regret watching as part of your year-end binge. Hawkeye will premiere with a double-episode special on November 24, 2021, exclusively on Disney. Cover image sourced from Marvel Studios.